Hey friends, and welcome back to another Remnant 2 video. This one is going to be talking all about this little robot guy right here. So if you've seen him in your Remnant 2 Dark Horizon DLC travels, this is the video for you. I'm going to show you how to get all of his parts and the two options for what to do with the memory core. First up, let's talk about how to get all the robot parts. If you're in the one shot, it's going to be pretty easy to pick all these up as you go through the campaign. The first one is going to be right at the beginning. Once you get off of that first initial cutscene and the little monorail cart thing that blew up, I don't know what to call it, you're going to pick up the head right from there and next to the big crystal. The next item is the prototype arm, and you're going to come across this area right here that has this blue spider web. There's like a little cave in here, and it's got a skeleton elite. You're going to go ahead and kill him. And then once you kill him, the web is going to go away, and you'll be able to get in there to pick up the prototype arm. So that's your second piece. And then for your third piece, for the claw, you're going to head over to this large checkpoint and then go up this ramp and down this hallway. This and the memory core are going to be along the bridge area. So if you know where that is, there's like kind of a broken bridge that you come across during the campaign. But if you're going back to find things, you can go to that main checkpoint there. As I show you the path over to the claw, I also wanted to say thank you guys for checking out the Remnant 2 videos here on the channel. I really want to post a lot more for this DLC. However, I've been dealing with some personal things and a possible hurricane coming to my location, so we are going to cross our fingers that the power didn't go out and that we don't have any serious damage, but I'm going to try to pump out as much content as I can before any of that possibly happens. Alright, now that we're at the end of the bridge, you can see we've got the robot claw here, so you can pick that up, and we got our third piece. And I did show the map here for you guys so you can see where to go from that main checkpoint. And then from the claw location, we're going to go get the memory core. We're going to walk back across that broken bridge all the way to the other side. And then we're going to jump down here off the left side. Hop onto a glider, and then you're just going to follow my path down here. And then in this little room is where you're going to find the memory core. There's an elite that you're going to have to kill before you do so. But once you do that, you can just walk right in and grab the final piece, the memory core. Now there's two things you can do with this memory core. You can interact with it to change it from red to blue. It starts out as red. You can change it to blue, but you can also change it back. So don't worry if you did one or the other by accident. You can always change it back. But you want to go to your inventory, inspect the memory core. You'll see that it's red in its initial state. You can then move it around to get to the bottom section of it, or I guess the top maybe, I don't know. And you can interact with it. It's going to flip it to blue. Like I said, you can flip it back if you want to red. So depending on what you want to do here, I'm going to show you both options for the robot so that you can make that decision. So first up, I'm going to show you guys the good choice. We're going over to the repair lab, which is the big crystal that we're traveling to. And we're going to go on in here and say hi to the robot. You're going to have to give him his mechanical head first to even boot him up and start talking to him. You can give his parts in different orders, so comment down below if there's a different reward for giving him his memory core first or something like that. After you give him his head, you pretty much have to give him another part because he just can't really do anything with just that. So you're going to be handing him different parts. You can see here, I just give him all his parts. This is the good ending. Our memory core is blue, so we're actually going to save him and kind of befriend him, I guess. He likes to laugh at our jokes, which is great. And he's going to give us a ring called the Spirit Alternator. The Spirit Alternator grants 150% of the shield generated as mod power. So it's a similar one to that health regen as mod power, but it's just shield instead. And that's it for turning the memory core blue and turning it into the robot, building him with all the parts. Now let's go ahead and look at the bad robot choice, which is the first one we did. So you have to excuse my potato face. But we gave him all the parts and the red memory core, meaning that we didn't interact with it at all. But like I said, you can switch it back and forth. This is going to turn him into an aberration, the prototype. And so you're going to get a mutator and a ring for this. So it's a little more rewards if you're looking for which one you should do first. And personally, I think this is one of the best mutators from the DLC. I absolutely love Overloaded and I absolutely love Shock. And the mutator is Charged Wounds, which says increases his fire rate and reload speed by 5% per overloaded entity within 15 meters, which is amazing. Stacks up to 5 times, so you can get 25% fire rate and reload speed. And it's also going to apply Overloaded with your range, weak spot, and critical hit. So it's like Fetid Wounds, Twisted Wounds, all that stuff, but for Shock. The other item you're going to get from this aberration from completing it this way, completing the quest this way, is Shield Alternator. So instead of Spirit, you're getting Shield. And this one says activating a mod that costs 100 mod power or greater generates shield for 20% of your max health, which that's a pretty good one. If you're going for a shield build and you've got a lot of mod charges on, say, like the Enigma, you could pair it with some overload wounds and you'd be good to go. But that is it for the robot. Good choice, bad choice. Let me know which one you guys went with first below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.